So today we are going to discuss the iter rows and iter items functions in data frame Python Panda. All right, and we will see that how the iteration takes place to the rows and columns of the Python Panda. All right, so for this reason I had developed a program, okay, and that will demonstrate how to do this. All right, so this is the program. Fine. Now import pandas as PD, as you all know. So here I have to take the numpy also. All right, so numpy you can keep in any Python Panda program if required, okay, and import pandas as PD has already been given. Okay, so what happened here, the data frame has taken in different way. So we have taken what, we have taken dictionary inside a dictionary here. So in that way the data structure has been formed. Fine. So what is happening here, 2020 quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, here are 4 items are there, that is forming a dictionary under 2020. So here D1 is actually a dictionary, and 2021 is also doing the same thing. Okay, in the 2021 also, okay, this kind of cells have taken place, and 2022 also these cells have been taken place. Now here quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, here the 4 rows are available. Fine. So now this particular dictionary has been transformed into data frame by calling the data frame constructor. Okay, df equals to pd dot data frame and print df. Up to here what will happen, the data frame will be printed. Next is that how it will be printed row wise. So for this reason we have to take help of the iter rows function. All right, now you see what is actually being happening. The format of the iter rows function is for row series, okay, for row series, okay, which is the row and which is the row series. This is a row series actually, and df dot iter rows. Okay, in df dot iter rows means it is calling row by row, iteration through a row, that is called iter rows. Okay, and that is only achievable when you are using a loop construct. Okay, so we are doing it in this way. Okay, print just here for formatting I have given. Okay, there is no other reason for giving the print in such a way. You can give some other format also. Okay, then we are calling the rows index, row series index. Okay, d equals to row series index and I equals to 0. Next is for where in row series we are actually iterating through the rows. Okay, so what is happening? So this is actually again the format has been defined over here, because in normal case we cannot print this particular third bracket, because these are the square bracket control. Fine. So this cannot be printed normally, so we have to give it by using in this way. Okay, so that is the thing. So everything has been given as a string out here, so that's why we had put it within a double quotes and then row and the di. Okay, so whatever row series will be under this subscript will be printed and iterating via I equals to I plus 1. So as long as the condition is true, okay, for val, okay, so then what will happen, this will keep on iterating. Okay, now you see I am just iterating, I am just executing this one. Okay, and you see how the execution takes place. So what is happening, in fact here I did not use panda, though even panda is there. Sorry, numpy I have not used, but still numpy is there. If you want you can remove the import numpy as np also, it's not required out here since we have not taken any nan value. If the nan value would have been taken, then it is okay. Now you can see the data frame how it has been printed. So these are the different way to take the data frame also when it will be given in this way. So 20 this is a column, 21 this is a column, and 2022 this is the column, and these are all the rows. Okay, quarter 1 how much, 34,500, and then quarter 1 23,000, and then 10,500 as well. So these are actually the row element that has been printed out here, okay, in the form of row under the column 2020, 21, 2022, and separately everywhere the particular thing has been separated by using the val in row series index. So these are the one. So qtr1, qtr2, qtr3 and qtr4, all 4 rows elements has been taken separately. So this is what actually the row series function. Okay, so what is the command for row series in df dot iter rows? Okay, and what actually to be taken, the d equals to row series index. So in that case it will take the 0, it will take 1, it will take 2, it will take 3. Okay, so 4 times the loop will operate and 4 different way the particular thing will be printed. Fine. So this is the way that we had done it. Okay, we have achieved it. Now let us see the column series program. Okay, so parallelly we will keep both the programs together and we will see the variation in the output. Okay, so that is the thing. So now we are going to the program which is actually give us the column series. Fine. So there we have used the row series and here we are using the column series. That is the difference only. Rest of the things up to here is fine. There is no problem. Similar way we have taken the dictionary. Okay, so here the data frame has been made so from the dictionary. All right, that is the thing. So dictionary inside a dictionary, that is also there. This is also a separate dictionary has been taken. So all the elements has been included in the dictionary D1 and finally it has been converted into the data frame. Fine. So that is the way. Clear? So now here you see the program is the column element will be printed separately. Column element, that means 20, 21, 22. These are the column element as we have seen in the last program. Okay, so 34,500, 56,000, 47,000 and 40,000. Okay, that is the things. Okay, so there the row elements has been separated, qtr1, qtr2, qtr3, qtr4. Here the column elements we need to separate. Okay, so here it will be iter items, not iter rows, iter items. Okay, that is the thing. So that is the column series actually. Okay, for call series in df dot iter items, simple thing, d equals to call series dot index and var val equals to val in call series, and then similar fashion we had printed. Okay, so there it was the row series index, here it is call series index. Fine. Here it is call series index. You can see out here, this is the row series index has been taken over here and this is the call series index, and rest of the iterations are all same. Instead iter rows I have taken iter items. Fine, that is the thing. So now I am just executing this program and let us analyze the output once. Okay, just a minute, let me execute. Fine. So now let us see the execution, how it appears. You see there the output was bit different. Okay, and here the output is bit different. Okay, so the data frame has taken place in the similar fashion. So there is no such difference in the printing of the data frame. What it was for the row, it is for the column also the same thing, but here it has been different. So as I told you, quarter 1, these are the column element. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, you see out here 2020. Okay, how much? 34,500. Okay, 56,500. Okay, and quarter 3 47,000 and 40,000 so on. Okay, and quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4. So all the column element have been separated. Okay, in this way. Okay, clear. But when we had actually done the rows elements, it was quarter 1 total thing has been printed, quarter 2 total thing has been printed, and quarter 3 total thing has been printed. Okay, this is actually what? This is actually the this thing what you call output of this particular program. Okay, so this we can keep side by side. Okay, just a minute, just capture it. Okay, so this and those that output, the previous program's output, if we can compare, then we can understand it easily what is actually happening. Fine. So that is the thing. So here the call series index has been taken place out here. So I am just picking up this particular output. Okay, so you will be able to understand it. Okay, one set of output like this. Okay, so this output I have taken up because in the same terminal both the outputs cannot be kept. Okay, so now what I am doing, this one I am keeping. So this one I am just closing right now and I am executing this program, run program, and then run module. So you can understand the difference in output. Okay, with the iter rows and iter items. So iter rows functions are used to access the row elements, whereas the iter items are being used in order to access the column elements. Fine. So that is the way that we need to do. That is the way we need to do. Okay, so let's let the output to be generating. Okay, so this particular thing is row series index, and previous program we had done with column series index. Okay, so call series index. Okay, that is the thing. So now let us see the output to come. Wait a minute. So this has been appeared over here. Just a minute, I'll just close it once and I will show you the output. Yeah, the output has been appeared in this way. Now we will compare the previous output with this. Now you see how it has been appeared when the row series has been taken. The row series has been taken means QTR1, this row has been printed, okay. But when we have taken the column series in this way, so how it has come? The column series has come in this way. This is the data frame and the column series has come in this way 2020. So all the columns element has been printed over here, okay. All the 2021 for Q2, Q2, 3, Q2, 4 has been printed over here, and so on, okay, and so on, okay. Up to here you can see QTR1, QTR3 for the 2020 also, for the 2022, sorry, 2022 also it has been printed in this way, okay. So that is the difference in the execution of the output, okay, by using the eta rows function and the eta item functions, okay. This particular theme actually you need to know, okay. So these are important, okay. It can be given in the form of output, it can be given in the form of a program, okay. They might ask you that the data frame structure will be given, and by using the iteration show all its row elements. In this way the program may be asked, okay. Now one more demonstration of such kind, I am giving out, I am just showing you out here, okay. Not this one, another program is also available. Wait just a minute, I'll just open it. So this program I had explained, I had developed data frame eta rows, yeah. All right. So now you see this is also a similar kind of program. Here I have taken it from series. All right. So means like whenever you do the programs, try to do it from all types of learn it how to generate the data frames from different type of elements, like from series, from list, from what you call, from from dictionary inside a dictionary. Different forms are there, okay. Now here it has been taken PD series, all right. So all the series have been taken out here. So I have taken here 4 column elements, column 2, column 3, column 4, okay. So what is actually happening in this program, we are adding the elements of call 2, call 3 and call 4, and then we are printing it in a separate column whose name is total, which has been taken out here, that is the column, okay. So now you see whenever I will execute this particular program, then what will happen here, ABCD columns, there are data are there, fine, and its name is been given call1 D1. This is a dictionary actually, okay, D2, D3, D4, okay. So this is a dictionary that has been taken, okay, and df1 equals to pd dot data frame d5 and columns equals to call1, call 2, call 3, call 4. Everything has been taken, okay. And here the dictionary elements are being taken, instead of taking list, it has been taken from the series. So call 1 is getting A, B, C, D, and call 2 is getting the D2 elements, D3 and D4, okay. So in that way the dictionary has been formed from the series, and then that particular dictionary has been converted into data frame, okay. That is the thing which is happening over here, and the columns are separately given like this, call 1, call 2, call 3, call 4 total, okay. Now you see when I will execute this one, what will happen, up to data frame it will print, but total it will show you nan value, because total has not been assigned with any value. The same thing we are doing. So what we are doing actually, we are adding these elements, column elements, and then putting into the total, fine. So that's why row series in df1 dot eta rows, that is there, okay. This is actually iterating the rows, okay. T equals to row series call 2 plus call 3 plus call 4. Row series is the method, is the function, okay. So these are adding and stored into T. A equals to append T. Append command in data frame is used in order to add something. So here it is add a column, okay, on the basis of T, okay. So df1 total equals to, I have taken an object type which is a data frame object type, and df1 total equals to A, and the modified data frame I had printed finally df1, okay. So the output will come in 2 phase, okay, that is the thing. So first of all the original data frame will be displayed, and in second case what will happen, the updated data frame will be displayed with the total columns will be filled up with the sum of row elements, fine. So similar thing has been appeared over here. So here in the first case it is appearing as total nan, okay, and then when I have taken this one ABCD, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, okay, like this. So 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 6 9, 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 7 12, 3 plus 4 7 plus 8 15, 4 plus 5 9, 9 plus 9 is 18. Okay, so in that way it has been appeared. Okay, now you see here 1 2 6 how it has appeared. Okay, so 1 2 3 4, okay, so that is the column, 2 3 4 5 is the column, and 6 7 8 9 is the column, and this is the row index. That's why the summation has taken place with respect to the row series. Okay, and by using the iterRows function. Okay, so these are the three programs that will definitely help you out in order to understand the purpose of iterRows, iterItems, and how to convert, how to make a data frame dictionary from the dictionary. So that's what I am concluding this one right now. Okay, with this one, and what is the summary for that? We had learnt over here once again that how to form a dictionary from a series, and that particular dictionary will be converted into data frame. Okay, and in this program. Okay, so I'm going with another one. Okay, you see out here this one. Okay, this program is teaching us how to open the iterRows functions and all, how to use, and this dictionary has been converted further into data frame. And one more program we have done over here, that is the iterItems, that is with by using the cull series. Okay, row series, cull series. One is for the row series data, another for the column series data. So if you are practicing this particular thing practically, so it will help you out in order to do the Python data frame programs. Fine, all right. Okay, till then, okay, thank you very much, and do the implement the practical properly. All right, thank you.